Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have a self-study mini course, Telepathically Connect with Your Specific Person. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I wanted to go a little deeper into what us coaches talk about a lot when it comes to people manifesting a specific person, and that is taking your specific person off the pedestal. I wanted to go a little deeper into that and actually explain to you guys why it is so important that you actually leave your specific person off that pedestal. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So if you've been manifesting a specific person for a while, and if you've been in the manifesting community for a while and have been watching a few coaches, you have probably heard that phrase, take your specific person off the pedestal. Or variations of that like, don't keep them on a pedestal, or put yourself on the pedestal, and so on. So today in this video, I wanted to explain to you guys why it is actually so important that your SP stays off the pedestal, and why keeping them on the pedestal actually makes things harder to manifest for you. So first of all, let me clarify something. When we talk about taking a specific person off the pedestal, it doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean that you don't want them. It doesn't mean that you hate them. It doesn't mean that you start thinking negatively about them or feel negatively towards them. It doesn't mean that you start feeling superior to them and seeing them as less than you. What it does mean is seeing them as equal to you, or rather seeing yourself as equal to them. It means seeing yourself as more than good enough for them. Because usually when we put someone on a pedestal, what comes behind that, what is hidden behind that, tends to be a belief that I'm less than them, I'm not good enough for them, I'm not worthy of them, I don't deserve to have them, and so on. And so what putting them on a pedestal does is giving your subconscious mind the message that they are too hard to attain. They are too hard for me to get. I can't have them, or it's very difficult to have them. In other words, you're telling yourself the story that it is very, very difficult to be in a relationship with your specific person. And this is why it is so important to actually keep them off the pedestal and put yourself in, at the very least, an equal pedestal as them, and see yourself as good enough for them, actually more than good enough for them, worthy of them, deserving of them, and in every sense of the word, equal to them. So the reason why putting your specific person on a pedestal tends to make your manifestation harder to come in is, of course, what I just said. It implies that you have a belief and an attitude that they're very hard to get. I have to put in a lot of effort and a lot of work to get them. There are so many obstacles. They're so much better than me, or I don't deserve them. I'm not worthy of them. It might be a number of stories that you might be telling yourself, but they all come down to the same thing. They're very hard to get. The other thing that is very important to mention is because you're always 24/7 energetically connected to them. Through your energy is how you actually communicate with other people, whether that is in person or whether you are 10,000 miles apart. They're still receiving your energy regardless of time and regardless of space. When what you're projecting dominantly towards them is that they're on a pedestal, what you're also automatically projecting towards them is that you're not good enough for them. And the interesting thing is, they might not even be consciously aware of that. As a matter of fact, most people will probably be consciously unaware of that. This is all in the subconscious level. So while they may not be consciously aware of feeling like anything is wrong with you, or feeling like there's any specific reason why not to be with you, they might be feeling this repelling energy. They might be feeling this tendency that they don't want to be with you, this tendency to avoid you, this tendency to not give you what you want. And they might not even know, if you ask them consciously, they might not even know why they feel that urge and that tendency. They might even tell you that that person is actually perfect on paper. I don't see anything wrong with them. I can't put my finger on anything wrong with them. And yet, I don't see us working out. I don't see this relationship panning out. And the reason they might be feeling that way, and once again, they might not even consciously know why they're feeling that way, is because the message they're getting subconsciously from you, what is being projected from you to them, is somehow not good enough. Somehow I don't feel like I have options. Somehow you are better than me. Somehow I don't deserve to have you. Somehow I'm not worthy of you. And because this is the message they're receiving from you subconsciously, they are subconsciously again compelled to mirror that back to you. And the truth is, whether consciously or subconsciously, whether they're aware of that consciously or not, no one is actually comfortable being put on a pedestal. This might come as a surprise to you, but because we're all human beings, we all have our flaws, we all have our insecurities, we all have areas about ourselves where we are a little bit self-conscious, if you will. Whether consciously or unconsciously, they are going to feel this discomfort of, why is that person putting me on a pedestal so much? What does that say about them? Are they not good enough for me? Are they not worthy of me? Are they not deserving of me? And why are they putting me on a pedestal when I have my flaws, I have my insecurities, I am a human being like everybody else? Why are they idolizing me so much? What if I fall off the pedestal? Because usually that's the other thing that tends to happen. When we put someone on a pedestal, that means we place huge expectations on them. And if they don't meet these expectations, at some point they might fall off the pedestal, and that's very, very uncomfortable and very unpleasant for both sides, both you and them. So it's much better to see them for who they are. That doesn't mean think negatively of them or think disparagingly of them or anything like that. And making sure that you see yourself as equal to them, as more than worthy of them, more than deserving of them, more than good enough for them. And this creates more of an equilibrium and more of a balance in that relationship and in that connection that allows your manifestation to pan out so much faster and so much easier because the energy has now changed. The assumption has now changed. What is being projected towards them has now changed. So now they're not blocked anymore from coming towards you because they're no longer subconsciously compelled to reflect back to you that you're not good enough for me, so I don't want to be with you. So this is why, you guys, it is very, very important, if you feel that you are putting your specific person on a pedestal, to take them off the pedestal, or at the very least, put yourself on that pedestal next to them and start feeling equal to them, worthy of them, deserving of them. This is going to change the energy, this is going to change the dynamic, and believe me, I promise you, it's going to help your manifestation come in so much faster, so much easier, so much more effortlessly. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.